Welcome back. We're going to talk about the CFL now, and of course the labor dispute between the two parties, the Players Association and the league. The players, they want a tie-in to league revenue, the TV share, the big TV deal that they got. The CFL says, we're not doing that. We're too fragile. At the state we're in and the talks they're at, both sides are further apart as we get along throughout the days. Will we see a delay in the training camps or perhaps the season this year?
You know, I understand where the players are coming from. I mean, if you go to the NFL, you know, you can get on their practice squad and make more money than you are in the CFL right now. But at the end of the day, the players got to be careful, because if they take too big of a cut, they could end up hurting themselves in the long run. I know when we're building, you know, our own association, you got to look at the big picture. You got to figure out ways to make your association or, you know, CFL grow bigger, so then you're going to attract more sponsors and bring in more money, because you can't cripple the, you know, the thing that you're trying to play. And if they end up, you know, asking too much, and CFL goes for it.
But in fairness, Jamie, if you have a league that's increased its TV deal by 250%, and you're the Players Association, when you say, give me a bit of that cut more than the 9% they're asked, or the 9% the CFL is giving.
Don't get me wrong, I see where the players are coming from. You have a new ballpark in Winnipeg, new ballpark coming in Regina, brand new ballpark in Ottawa, Hamilton, you know, and the players see that, go, wow, look at that, and look at the TV deal you guys just signed, and we can't have any of that. But at the same time, Argos are very fragile. Argos... Well,
they don't have a new stadium, because as of today, they were supposed to move into BMO, but with the new renovations, BMO Field, owned by the Toronto Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment, and the Toronto Football Club, TFC.
And don't kid you, Montreal, as strong as they have been competitive on the field, and they have been getting great crowds, they're not that far away from being in trouble too. It doesn't take too much in Montreal for fans to walk away from the ballpark and not watch the CFL.
But do the players deserve to be paid better?
Oh, for sure they do, but you gotta...
Better than what the CFL's offering.
But is the league strong enough to do that?
Yes.
Though? And that's the thing. I don't think the league is.
Look,
I think we have too many franchises that are on the bubble. Saskatchewan, the exception. Pretty well everybody else is runner-up to Saskatchewan.
Just think about this. You go down to the States, you're talking high school football, college football. Their stadiums and their venues are twice to 3 times as big as, you know, the Rough Riders, which is one of our most successful franchises in the CFL, but they're not near as big as a high school or a college football stadium down there. So until they can grow their venues and build their brand big enough that it can really support a lot of people and sell a lot of merchandise, not just in one part, like the Rough Riders got, you know, the highest selling, but now they got to work on, you know, promoting Toronto. And because, like, we were talking the other day with some friends, and they said that Toronto, lots of people even watch the Argonauts from Toronto.
And then, you know, and that gets me to my next point, guys. What about the NFL moving north? There's a lot of talk with John Bon Jovi, who's trying to buy the Buffalo Bills with a partner, a businessman from Toronto, bringing the Bills to the Rogers Center. Guys, does this make any sense to you, even though you have a struggling franchise with the Argonauts in the CFL?
Well, it doesn't make any sense in Canada, but it makes sense in Toronto, if that makes any sense. The last time I was at the Grey Cup, working member of the media, got out of the cab, and this is covering the Grey Cup, got out of the cab, and the cab driver asked me, what are you guys doing in town? I said, well, here for the Grey Cup. Cab driver asked, what the heck's the Grey Cup? So Grey Cup's in Toronto. Here's a cab driver picking up people from the airport, doesn't even know what the Grey Cup is. No, that's just one cab driver, but at the same time, that kind of sums up what Toronto is.
But can the NFL work there?
Oh, for sure they can. I mean, the Bills have come and played in Toronto many times when the Bills Stadium, I don't know what was going on, renovations or stuff like that, and they're packed. I mean, people are coming from the States to watch. Toronto was packed. They never had any trouble selling out there, so yes, they can fill it, but it's probably going to hurt the CFL in the long run.
Well, the last couple times the Bills were there, they didn't exactly pack the Rogers Center. They actually gave away a lot of tickets and discounted a lot of tickets. They had a decent walk-up, but they were fighting for 30,000. And if you're fighting for 30,000 in the NFL, you're in trouble.
Well, it's going to be tough for them to see how that works, but however, there is a Canadian, or at least a former CFL player, looking to make his name in the NFL. We're going to talk about Weston Dressler, a former Saskatchewan Rough Rider, has impressed the first few days of camp with the Kansas City Chiefs. Does he have enough to crack their opening roster starting September?
Well, let's be honest. He doesn't have the size that, their big end receivers are. Unless you go to Denver, and who's there?
Welker.
Wes Welker.
Yeah.
Same type of player. And he has to go in there, and he has to be that type of receiver. Just more heart, just quicker than those other people, and just finding a way to just get in between defenders. And, that's going to be his key. And you know what? He's got the skills to do it. I'm just wondering, is he going to be able to keep going the way he is?
You know what? And despite what Dressler's going to do at camp and the way he's going to play on the field, the bottom line comes down to it is he's going to fit into coach's plans. And that's how, is the offense going to find a dimension for Weston Dressler? If they don't, then he's going to be a practice roster guy. Don't fool you. He can be as good as we think he is, but bottom line comes down to the coach and whether he's going to be in the playbook.
See, there's a lot of great optimism for him, and you just brought it down to reality. Thanks a lot, Greg. We appreciate it. All right, we're going to leave it on that note while Greg sits out there twiddling his thumbs. We'll be back with Over Under next.